Today, we're going to be talking about news event trading as well as holiday trading. And it's probably going to be one of the simpler videos within this TBM theories concept. TBM theories, again, is my goal of showcasing on YouTube everything that I use, think, and watch while day trading. Hopefully all pinned together in a nice playlist called TBM theories. So today we're talking about news events. Where do I look at the news? First off, I use a free resource called Financial Juice. financialjuice.com. It's free. You do need to make an account, but it is free. And once you get to Financial Juice, you're going to want to go up into this little filter button, click it, and just select United States, deselect everything else. Once you do that, it will literally filter out a calendar for you. That is very easy to use, and you can scroll and see everything, right? The big things here are: one, if it is red, it is important. If it is orange, it is slightly important. And if it is yellow or blue, blue is someone talking, yellow means not very important. If it is a red lightning bolt, it is super important. Okay, so that's the color scheme: red, important; yellow, orange, mid; blue, someone talking. It shows you all the feds who are talking. Again, unless it's like J-Pal, it's, you kind of want to you want to know what's going on, but you don't necessarily have to listen to it. Yellow are typically like doesn't really matter a whole lot. Those also typically don't occur during the morning session of trading. Red does. And how do I trade these news events? Okay, so FOMC, I'm always flat during the 1 o'clock FOMC news break. The bots are better than me. They're faster than me. They will move the market better than I can move the market. They will respond better than I can respond. I never trade FOMC. I always wait for things to cool down a little bit, sometimes 10 minutes after FOMC. And then when J-Pal starts his actual talking and answering questions, I'm flat again. That's how I trade news, okay? Doesn't mean it's the right way. Yes, of course, there's going to be people out there who say, Matt, you're missing out on so much volatility and so many options. Yes, and every time that there's an opportunity to make a ton of money, that also means there's an opportunity to lose a ton of money. And I typically want to go for more base hits as opposed to home run new style trading. That also applies to things like CPI, right? CPI here on the news calendar, it's happening February 13th for when I'm filming this. February 13th at 7:30 in the morning, we get the red lightning bolt. It's going to move the markets, and it's going to move the markets a lot. Probably the NASDAQ, it'll move it, 100 plus points up or down or both. And I just don't want to trade that. So for me, I never trade CPI. I never trade any red lightning bolt news or any red news for that matter anyways. I'm always flat going into it. That is the same thing for ISM, PPI. Those happen at 9 o'clock typically. I just don't like to hold a position into news. That's just the way that I trade. It's not the only way to trade, but it's the way that I trade. People ask me all the time, how do you trade the news? The answer, I don't. Now, breaking news, Financial Juice also has a feed here for breaking news. Those are typically the things that just come out of nowhere. It wasn't scheduled, anything like that. You can always find it on Financial Juice, but that's where being a good trader comes into play. Manage your positions appropriately. But for scheduled calendar news, that's how I trade it. Now for holidays, it's again very similar. I don't trade holidays. Holidays are a time for me to step away from the trading desk. I have no desire to trade them. I don't want to trade them. Usually the volume while you're trading is abysmal, and it's usually a half day. So I don't personally want to sit in front of my computer on a holiday, on a half day, when volume is terrible and the market's moving little to none. It's just not it for me. So I don't trade holidays. I don't trade red ticket news. I will trade on the day for red ticket news, right? Those red news events. I will trade throughout the session, but I'm always flat when the news is announced because it gets a little dicey. I wait for things to cool down. So that's the TBM theories on how I trade news and handle holidays, which is basically I don't. I wait for things to cool down and I wait for the volume to come back after the holidays, and I go enjoy time with my family and my friends. So I suggest you do the same. Financial Juice is where I find all of this at, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe, press the thumbs up button down below.